Hello, I would like to call to order the East Point Community School Board meeting. Oh, there we go. I would like to call to order the East Point Community School Board meeting at 6:30. Can you please call the roll?
Dr. Early,
Here.
Mr. Williams here, Mr. Roscoe,
Present.
Mrs. Richardson,
Present.
Mrs. Whitby,
Here.
and Mr. McCain, I apologize. Here.
Okay, and 6 present. Can you please do the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Can we please have approval of the agenda?
So moved. Support.
Okay, please call the vote.
Mr. McCain,
Yes.
Mr. Roscoe,
Yes.
Dr. Early,
Yes.
Mr. Williams, yes, Mrs. Richardson,
Yes.
and Mrs. Whitby.
Yes.
Okay, with a vote of 6-0, motion carried. Can I please have a motion for the consent agenda?
I make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as written.
Support.
Williams? Okay. Can you please call the vote?
Mr. Williams, yes, Mr. McCain,
Yes.
Dr. Early,
Yes.
Mr. Roscoe,
Yes.
Mrs. Richardson,
Yes.
Mrs. Whitby,
Yes.
Okay, with a vote of 6-0, motion carried. Next, we have superintendent report.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board, and for those of you joining us at home. We continue on our campaign for excellence, improving our community and the opportunities for children. I'd like to take a moment and recognize 2 of our board members. Congratulations to trustee Addie Richardson, who's earned a level 2 award merit for her achievement in coursework with MASB, as well as Secretary Edward Williams, level 5 Master Diamond Award. Congratulations to Ed. There sure is a lot of work that goes into being a school board member, and we appreciate the time and commitment that this board shows to ongoing education. Summer Discovery registration is open. Registration will include our Kinder Connect programming for incoming kindergarten students. We will be having the summer school at East Point Middle School. Will be the home of summer school. We do have a number of construction projects happening this summer as well, so that's why everything will be at the middle school campus. Flyers were sent home with students and emailed to parents last week. I hear that we have over 200 students already registered, so families, please don't wait. Please register for the Summer Discovery, and a big thank you to United Way and Balmer. This is our 2nd year of receiving grant funds to run Summer Discovery, and we're excited about year number 2 of that program. M-STEP testing is happening throughout our district. State testing is a huge part of how we measure our success as an organization and how teachers help to know areas to improve education for children. EMS students made posters hung throughout the school to encourage each other to do the best. There were some really great posters, and we thank EMS for putting all those up to encourage each other. Outstanding owls at the ELC. I was pretty sad to miss it, but the Huron-Clinton Metro Parks brought in their outstanding owls on-site field trip to the Early Learning Center last week, and the children had a great time learning about owls. East Point High School hosted Junior Day, so a big thank you to Meredith Barton Rodriguez and the team at East Point High School. To get everybody excited about the SAT. Juniors got a chance to talk about test prep strategies, practice questions with SAT Jeopardy, and let off some anxiety with some games and pies in some staff members' faces. So thank you to the staff as well as the students for all of that hard work. This week in athletics, you can keep up on our athletic schedule. It's posted on our website, and follow our athletes as well. But we are gearing up. Practices are ongoing for softball, baseball, and track, with contests as well. Upcoming events, this Friday, there will be no school this Friday. April 21st will be professional learning for students. That is the Monday that we come back, so it will be a long weekend for students, only 3 days for staff. Then May 17th will be East Point High School's prom. Our graduation and commencement ceremonies will be May 29th. And don't forget to check out our website and follow @Shamrock Country social media for the latest updates on athletic events and activities. Thank you so much, and that concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Superintendent. Next, we have the hearing of the public for agenda items only. Is there anyone who wishes to be heard? You'll be talking about the district calendar.
Pardon me?
The district calendar?
Okay, but you said agenda items only.
Yes.
Agenda items only. The superintendent's report was also one of the agenda items, was it not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was asking where you're talking about the calendar. That was the next thing.
No, I wanted to talk about the superintendent's report.
Okay.
With a suggestion that, I don't know how many of you are aware of what the city council's agenda looks like, but it includes everything that's going to be discussed online. So I'm suggesting that perhaps a little more information about what's up for discussion would be helpful for everyone in the community, so they'll know exactly what's going to be discussed and whether or not they will have anything to say about it. It's just really helpful. They include budget, everything. Usually that agenda runs from anywhere from 76 to 400 pages online, online. So it would be helpful to have as much information as possible in the community so we'll know what to look for. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who wishes to be heard? Okay, seeing none, the hearing of the public ends 6:38. Next, discussion item, curriculum recommendation for approval of the district calendar.
Yep. Good evening, Board of Education and Community. Tonight, I am here representing our calendar committee, which is comprised of administrators, teachers, and secretaries that the union presidents all select. They serve on this committee to establish our 25-26 calendar. First and foremost, last week, we actually presented to the MDE and passed the Labor Day waiver. So we have another 3 years where we can begin school before Labor Day. Every 3 years, we are required to present to the MDE and respond to any questions that they ask us. So that was a successful pass, and so the calendar committee was able to use that to develop the 25-26 calendar. We reviewed research, union contracts, testing schedules, and the pupil accounting requirements. We also considered the Macomb County Common Calendar and the testing windows for our school year. We were able to come to a consensus, and you were provided with the draft calendar in your packet, so we are seeking approval for that tonight.
I'm sorry, we need a motion to a recommendation for approval for the 25-26 district calendar.
So moved.
Support.
Okay, please call the vote.
Mr. McCain,
Yes.
Mr. Roscoe,
Yes.
Dr. Early,
Yes.
Mr. Williams, yes. Mrs. Richardson,
Yes.
and Mrs. Whitby.
Yes.
Okay, with a vote of 6-0, motion carried. Next, we have second hearing of the public. Is there anybody who wishes to be heard? 6-4. Yes, ma'am.
Mary Hall Rayford.
You got it.
As I stated earlier, I would make sure that the public had an idea of what's going on. So I want people to think about these questions. Do authentic Christians worship a just God? Does justice presume or investigate, gathering all the facts? Does a jury decide a verdict without hearing from both sides of a matter? I've had situations that have occurred here in which person probably didn't know how to talk to me and instead used a tone that indicated their privilege outranked who I was. What I need everyone to understand is this. When there are elections and people are running around telling you what they're going to do, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, there's an accountability there that should be acknowledged. And to my knowledge, superintendent didn't vote for anyone on this board. Therefore, there is no accountability from you to her. There is, however, accountability to everyone in this community that helped get you there. And for that reason, and that reason alone, you owe the public, this voting community, and every taxpayer accountability. And if you can't do that, perhaps you need to step down and so we can find somebody who will. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who wishes to be heard? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Jennifer Nicholas, East Point resident. Well, I think the elephant in the room is that there's been a fifth lawsuit filed against the superintendent. I don't really know much about the previous lawsuits. All I know is what I see in the paper. And it's hard for, I think, for people to take sides or understand what's going on without explanation from both sides. I realize that if you're under litigation, there's only so much that you can discuss, but I think people are here wanting to get some kind of input or feedback about what's going on and if there's any steps that you think that you could take to resolve this problem and possibly prevent this type of problem happening in the future. Again, I don't know specifics about it just because there's not very much information available, I think, to residents. You know, sometimes things happen, people do or say things unintentionally, but when it happens repeatedly, the perception is that there's a problem. I think in the school system, if you get written up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, eventually you are either in detention or suspended or expelled from school. So, you know, I think that kind of criteria applies to the workplace and maybe to the school system as well. Again, it would be helpful if residents had more information, what's going on and steps that, maybe you could address that in your comments tonight, you know, steps that you think that could be taken to prevent this from continuing to happen, because it is a bad look. All people see is the headlines, or they see something on the news with the big headline that East Point school system is being sued again, and you know, for whatever reason, and it's not a good look for the city. And I love this city and I support this city, and as I've told you, I think you all do a tremendous job trying to uplift our children and our school system, and these negative things that keep happening is just undermining the work that you're trying to do. So again, I thank you, and thank you for the time.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who wishes to be heard? Okay, Seeing none, the hearing of the public ends at 6:45. Next, we have trustee announcements. Did we start this end or this again last time?
I think you got in this time.
Okay.
Yes, you this time. I think we started down there last time.
Okay, Mr. McCain.
Good evening, fellow trustees and members of the public. A couple things. Last week was the Week of the Young Child, so I know there were different events that happened around the country. So if in any of the school buildings you guys had events, definitely let us know so we can uplift and celebrate those. I wanted to offer congratulations to our outgoing state superintendent, Michael Rice. He announced he's going to be retiring, so thanks for his tireless work defending public education and children's rights to a safe and healthy learning environment. I had the opportunity to go on a tour of East Point High School last Friday with Superintendent Gibson, which was really illuminating. The best way I can describe it is that we have a huge community gem that shines in so many ways, but also is in need of some polishing as well. I'm super excited about the pool reopening as a former competitive swimmer, so that was definitely a highlight of the tour. And one of the things that stood out to me is the amount of art woven throughout the building, whether you're talking about the Pewabic drinking fountains or the culinary creations in Ms. Shoemake's class. We really have a cultural canvas campus there at East Point High School. So thanks again for that tour, Superintendent. I wanted to let you all know about a program or opportunity for our students. It's called the Junior Leadership Macomb Program. So they have a regular Leadership Macomb program for adults, but this is for students, and the applications are out and are open through April 30th. So it's a great opportunity for students to learn more about Macomb County, connect with students from other school districts, and connect with like-minded students just to learn how they can shape the future in our area. So, and it is free for students to attend, and they do like to have a mix of students from different districts. So definitely check that out, and if you're interested, apply for that. I am slowly but surely beginning to send out what I'm calling Shamrock salutes to students and staff, which are just little ways of saying, we see the great work that you're doing out in the district, and we want to uplift and recognize that. So, yeah, and in addition to the ones that I'm sending out, if there are folks that you feel should be highlighted or uplifted, definitely reach out and let me know, and I'll be happy to send them kudos as well. And my closing thought is a quote, and that's: only if we truly commit ourselves to being ethical people and diligently guard against the organizational pressures and psychological factors that put bounds upon our ability to be so, can we possibly realize our ethical potential. And that's from the University of Texas at Austin, Bounded Ethicality, Concepts Unwrapped 2019. Thank you.
That was great, Ian. Are you going down that way and then come back this way?
To the board and to the people that are here, I again implore you to please go to your schools, take a part in they used to call them PTA, but now there's another name. But get active in your children's school and support them and help the staff, the teachers, while they're in the classroom, to help your children become better children in all phases. I stress that highly as an educator, that's important. Your child is important. So spend the time with them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mrs. Whitby.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Addie for her Merit Award and Ed for your Diamond Award. Continue on. Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Williams.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Board. And thank you, community, for being here and supporting us. And I encourage all of you to continue coming to the meetings and supporting, finding out what's actually going on. And, like Trustee Richardson said, get involved in your children's education, get involved in the school systems, because it can only enhance and help the community grow. So thank you again for being here, and thank you for your support, and thank you for the executive staff and superintendent for all that you do for the school system. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Mr. Roscoe?
It looks great out there. It really looks great out there. If we can get a smile, that would be even awesomer. I want to use the word commitment. We are so committed to our children. I am so committed to our children, supporting the administration staff as well as my cohorts up here on the diocese. But we have to move on because what's important here now is our children and their well-being, their education, their health, their mental health. So we are committed to doing the work that we confess to want to be a part of. I want to thank the community for electing me and as well my cohorts here on the diocese. I want to thank you. I want to continue to invite you to come to these meetings and find out, be the fact finder, but also be the safeguard to our children and to this board and make us accountable. We are accountable, but press it, because we are committed. I just want to thank you. I want to congratulate my cohorts, Hattie Richardson and Ed Williams for their due diligence and their fine work in becoming a diamond, and as well as, I forgot the first one. What was yours? Merit Award. I want to congratulate you guys. But we are committed, and we have a responsibility. We do have a responsibility, and we understand that. I just want you guys to support us as we support you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roscoe. I want to say thank you to everybody that is here. First of all, I want to say we've heard that we need to be accountable. We need to do what we're supposed to do, and we are doing those things. We have contacted an independent counsel to investigate what is going on. We have not just sat around and not did anything. We have also went to a third-party counsel to investigate what is going on. So we keep hearing, you're not doing anything, you're not doing your job. It is not true. We are investigating. We're investigating the allegations, but we cannot make a move until this situation play itself out in the courts. We can't do anything with allegations. We can only do what the judge and or lawyers tell us to do. So the things that we're hearing is terrible. We cannot remove anybody without justification. We have to let this play out in the court system. I would like to read a statement that the board approved on April 9th. I posted on the district's website as the board president my personal statement in response to rumor concerns and social media posts regarding a recent lawsuit that was filed against East Point Community Schools and its superintendent. In that statement, I noted that the district legal counsel would conduct a preliminary investigation into the allegations of the lawsuit, and that his investigation was to be completed this week. It has been completed. The district legal counsel has, in fact, conducted such preliminary investigations, and his findings are that the allegations in the lawsuits are not supported by evidence and that many of the allegations can be clearly established as false. This statement was filed by the same attorney who has filed several other lawsuits against the district on behalf of current and or former employees. In each of the previous cases, the district attorney counsel was requested to review the allegations and make the preliminary findings as to the merit of the lawsuit. In each case, the district counsel similarly found that the allegations in the lawsuits were not supported by the evidence, and many of the allegations can be clearly established as false. Accordingly, I and the entire Board of Education stand firmly behind the superintendent and her administration as being the best, doing the best in the best interest of our students served by the district. It must be emphasized that the merit of the lawsuit will only be resolved through the courts. The board implores staff, parents, community members to let the judicial process work as intended and not to let the process distract us from the critical work of educating our children. Once again, in closing, I and the board thank the staff, parents, and community members for their service and support in working together with the board to provide our children with the best educational opportunities we possibly can, and again urge that we not allow unsubstantiated allegations to distract us from our student-centered mission. We also would like to have you fact Fact check some of the things that are going on. We want you to fact check. We're not saying take our word, this is right. We gotta let the courts do what they're going to do. We can't, as a board, do that. The courts have to make the decisions. But I'm telling you, look and see what is going on. Fact check it. Don't take our word for it. We want y'all all to keep coming back to these board meetings. We want you to be here. We want you to hold us accountable, not single us out or any of that kind of stuff, but hold us accountable for what we are doing. But we are doing our due diligence. We have hired attorneys to do that. These attorneys are our district attorneys, not our personal attorneys. They are not the superintendent attorneys. These are district attorneys and third-party attorneys that are doing this work. So please let it play out the way it is, and we'll find out the truth. They're going to find out what is going on. So please continue to come back to our school board meetings. Continue to hold us accountable, but please don't threaten us. You're gonna be this or whatever. No, hold us accountable for being school board members that you elected us to be. And we want you here. Nobody wants to say, oh no, don't come. No, we want you to come. Please hold us accountable. Tell us when we're doing something that we're not supposed to do. But sometimes tell us what we're doing when we're doing something right, because we're not all doing stuff wrong. Our children are improving. Our parents are bringing their children to school every day to get an education. We have great staff that are doing that, and we thank all of y'all. We thank you for making sure that the students are being taught what they need to be taught. This is going to be a long road to get these things done, but when they get done, they'll be done, and it's not going to be us trying them. The courts are going to try it. And so I want to just say thank you so much for all of y'all who are coming out to these meetings, showing us that y'all care about our students, because they're the ones that are important. We're not. Our students are the ones that are important. Thank you so much, and I adjourn today at 6:57.